I have to go in and do my title, so any of the buzzing you hear is going to be just that, me typing in. That's a drawback of Streamlabs. Almost. And almost done. Just wait for everything to catch up. Let me go back and change that real quick. Damn it. Well, this is what I hate about Streamlabs. It's awkward as hell to use. Hey, Paul, welcome. Wait, am I here? Right. MK Lone Star, welcome. Honeybubs, welcome. Sorry to come to live and tell you guys something and bring up a possibility. Just an idea. Well, it says I got a poor connection. I don't know. I got 4 bars. That says 4 bars. Last night I was transmitting, I was having 1 or 2 bars, and I was doing fine in that live. I'm getting close. I'm around 950 now, so hopefully I can get back where I can start doing. I got my settings at 35, so it's telling me my bit rate's too low, but I got to set it at 35, not 25. Smoking Joe, welcome. Hey, Pokey, welcome to the stream. And I got my spirit box out here. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. I know, looks like on my end where it says up in the top left it says 0, but I've got 6 people. 7 people now. So I don't know what. Rebel Rocker, welcome. Linda, welcome. Yeah, I'm sure if you haven't seen it already, you can check it out after this stream, where I was at the water park with Benny Loco yesterday, and I did a couple of videos. One's going to be more just a cinematic, just kind of walking around, not a lot of talking. Probably just throw a little bit of music in with it. But I did do another video of one of the rooms with the spirit box going. And the weird thing about that, and hopefully Benny will pop in. Hey Sherry, welcome. Hopefully Benny will pop in. I got to talk to her about it because her camera kept shutting off. She had a little GoPro, and it was shutting off left and right. And it had a full battery. She had an external battery hooked to it, and it kept shutting off. Mine, it didn't shut off, but I was going over my footage of the spirit box session I did on video, and the first part where I first started, it's missing. Probably the first 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, is just gone. It's not even there. And then the ending, part of the ending is gone. So all I can do is just put it together, try to get the intro in and best I can, and let it go. But I did miss a lot of good stuff. Now, while we were in that one building, we went into one room, and it was, I'll just tell you, it was freaking heavy. Because we mentioned it, I mean, I can go ahead and I'll say it because we mentioned it during the live stream that I did. It's out in the California desert. Yeah, it's like 4 hours from my house. Because that's when I left. I left a few minutes after 8. And Benny was headed to her house, and I was headed to my house from that water park. And I got home just a little bit, just a few minutes before midnight. It's out, I'm trying to get the exact direction. It's out by Barstow. It's not too far from Barstow. I haven't even talked to Benny yet today to tell her, but her camera kept shutting off. And like I say, mine, I got missing footage. Yeah, it was. I left here at 8:30 in the morning and got back at midnight. Nope, we didn't take a shovel. Yeah, well, that's more in, I think that's going to be more in Nevada area, where there was the mob. And out there, you're going to have more bodies in the desert than you are in the cemetery. Hey, Benny. Hey, yeah, I just mentioned it. I'm going to bring it up again. Remember when we went into the room and I turned on the spirit box and we started talking? That one where it was real heavy, and then when we started talking and to the spirits, and then it started to lighten up a little bit. When we were in that room, that footage, when I was recording the video, it's not there. It's not in there. It's gone. The video starts when we were in the bigger room. And then we walked back in there. I got that. And then just as you mentioned that big nest, the video stops. So when I turn around and I'm looking at that nest, that's not in the video either. Hey, Lady Dazed, welcome. So it's like, I don't know if they turned it off and turned it back on, because I did hear at one point, just as we entered that room, I heard my camera do a beep, and I looked down, and I saw, okay, it was recording. So, all right, no biggie. But I don't know what they did, if they prevented it, even though the camera was on, if they prevented it from recording, I don't know. But I don't have any of that footage when we first started. I just start off when as we're entering the big room. And then, of course, we walk around and go back there again. So I got that. And then just before the end, probably the last minute is not there either. So what happened to my footage, Benny? Did you go over any of your stuff to see if there was anything missing? Okay, Pokey. But one subject I do want to bring up is I'm not sure because I didn't feel anything. You know, when we said, you know, everybody's got to stay here, all the spirits have to stay here. And but when I started doing the footage, when we were in that arcade, I started feeling that heavy feeling again. So I'm just wondering if can strong energies leave an imprint on um, video footage? Because I mean, I haven't felt anything at all today, but when I was like watching the footage, I could start feeling again. So it's like, did something like put part of its energy, or did the camera just pick it up and imprint that as well? Or was it just my memory of that and I was doing it to myself? Yeah, I know there was another stream going. I don't know if they're still going, but I was gonna try to present that, but they already had that. They already got what they're gonna cover set up in there. So, but I wanted to come live here tonight and bring that up, and then turn on my spirit box and maybe we can ask, see if we get anything. Something says yes, something says no. It's getting kind of windy. You see the bush. It's actually green now. It's been dead all for a while. Okay, honeybugs. But one thing I did go over, I noticed that I do kind of like about Streamlabs is it seems that when I was using the YouTube app, sometimes I'd get it would look kind of wavy, like it would slow down or something. Oh, okay. No, I was just saying that, Benny, that um, when we were in that room, that first room, the heavy room, and we started recording, and your camera kept shutting off. Well, I was recording fine. We would get that, and as soon as we started to walk out into that big room, that's where my footage picks up. All that stuff before, there's nothing there. It doesn't pick up until we're in that big room and start walking around. But when we go back the second time and do, the walkthrough and, kind of talking again, I still have that. So I start in the big room, and then we go into the back, and then we come back out into the big room. And then just as you mentioned the nest, that's when that's when the video cuts off. So that part of me looking up at the nest and all that, I thought I recorded it, but I mean it's not there. But yeah, I started going over the footage tonight. I put it in there, and I'm like, all that stuff and all those EVPs that we got. I hope you got them on something, because yeah. But I was like, when I went over the video footage, I was like, I started feeling that heaviness again. So I was just wondering if my camera actually picked some of that heaviness up. Not, I mean, maybe did the spirit um, familiarize itself with my energy and then pop back over, because I mean everything's been fine today. Hey Carla, welcome to the stream. So I thought I'd come out and just turn on my spirit box and ask if there's a new spirit or something kind of followed me at a distance. It wanted to get out of that place. But I'll tell you one thing, guys, those spirits, no, they're not happy with all the people coming through, vandalizing it, you know, burning things down. I mean, it could have been a person, but maybe they could have sit there and just got fed up and burned one of the buildings down and in hopes that people wouldn't come back. Yeah, I'm not gonna, because the session I did, well, actually, while I was live, you were recording too while I was live, so that's where a lot of, and that was almost an hour. I think it was like 52 minutes or something when I was live. And I would have stayed live longer, but the sun was going down. And, yeah, thanks, Carla. That's what that link's going to be for. Helping cover travel expenses. As, I went there. I started off with a full tank, and then when I got home, I filled it back up, and I went through approximately $92 in gas. So, yeah, anything, that's what it goes for. It helps me get out there, do, more interesting places. I can get out of the little 20-mile radius I'm hitting here. But it all helps. Yeah, that place was freaking crazy. And a lot of those rooms that we could walk into and notice, there's plenty of ventilation there. You can see there was plenty of ventilation. And we'd still walk in areas and it would smell like fresh paint. Not just spray paint, it smelled like somebody like house paint. So you'd have spray paint, you could smell house paint, but it was still the smell of paint. And they were well ventilated. All the doors are open. Some of the doors are not even there. Oh yeah, it was worth every bit of it. That place was freaking awesome. But like I was saying, it was getting dark. Otherwise, I would have walked over there by those other areas, because there was more behind where we were at. But I can only walk so far without having to stop and take a break. I had to stop a few times and hit my CBD vape. Wait 10 minutes for it to kick in, and then I could start moving around again. Yeah, we could have stayed longer. I mean, I had an extra shirt and all that, but it was like I'd never been there before. And that hill you gotta drive on. It's like there's not even a road. It's kind of look for the tire tracks. I mean, that's what a lot of that stuff is. There's no roads going from one section to another. You just have to kind of look to see where the person who was there before you, or they drove. And then, of course, if you see a lot of holes dug, then you know to avoid that area. Yeah, if I ever win the one, I bought some lottery tickets today. Yeah, maybe I will have a Jeep soon, because that's what I'd get. One of those larger four-seaters with room in the back. Yeah, Carla, look at the two live streams I did yesterday. It was I went out to the desert and I met Benny Loco out there in the desert. And we went walking around in the dirt and in the big broken glass and busted up tiles and Loretta, welcome. Yeah, I did one live stream where I was talking, and then another while we were at a haunted, abandoned water park out in the middle of the desert. So I'm going to turn to my spirit box and see if we have any new. If I can see. Oops. I don't know what the heck I just pushed, but okay. I got that going. Hey, Christine, welcome. Oh, okay. You were at the dentist yesterday. Well, I'm leaving that stream up. We were at, and it was crazy there. It was insane. Some buildings you really didn't feel too much. Other buildings, it was like you're walking through, and it's like you're trying to like watch from side to side. It's like, and of course, we found clothes. We found sleeping bag with a rock pillow. At least that's what it looks like. The way it's placed there, it looked like a big rock pillow. And then there was another room that had like a inflatable mattress that, well, I'm sure it has a hole in it. Okay, Benny. Oh, it is. It's huge. I didn't even get to half of it. Like I said, I had to stop and run back to the truck and at my CBD, walk around for 20, 30 minutes, and then hit it again. Oops. Hit it again. But I went out to where there was some of those slides, and I mean, the video, I've seen a few videos before, and it just kind of shows one slide where you got that little skeleton drawn in the pool at the bottom. But it's like, what it doesn't show is like, there's a whole bunch of slides, and after that, where you hit that little skeleton, there's another slide you can get onto right from that pool and go down to another pool, and it's like the whole thing's set up where it's like a web of slides right there going from pool to pool to pool. Oh, well, what the heck was that? That was an alert. Yeah, well, get on this. And come on, lower the volume. Easier for me to see the chat instead of trying to mess with this. That's one of the things I mean, there's some things I like better about Streamlabs, but there's a lot of things that I don't. Hope it doesn't pop up the volume. Okay. There we go. I can see the chat a little bit better. Yeah, Benny had to climb up the hill. But she didn't hit the metal tower. I didn't even record my mileage when I left. But all I know is I was probably close to somewhere, probably around 500 miles. Because I think it was something like, from my house to Barstow, something like 220. And then it was like 25 out to there. So that's right about 250 miles out to the water park. And then all the way back. So it's been just shy of 500 miles. And Benny, you probably would have been a lot more if you had the, if you didn't take the shortcut on the way there. You'd have took the longer route, where you had to loop through Apple Valley. Yeah, because that's like, 1, 2, those stairs go up. I think there's like 3 sections where you have to climb up. So that would have been another 30 feet with no rails. You would have had to actually get on your hands and knees and try to climb up. I don't think you could have walked up. So I'm going to go ahead and reach over here and turn the speaker on. I already got the spirit box going, so spirits, if there's any new spirits here, let us know. I'm going to turn on the spirit box. So, and remember, nobody can attach to me, anyone in the chat, for any new spirits here. Can't go through my stuff. Hello, spirits. Would anyone like to speak? Are there any new spirits here on the property? Yeah. Okay, Benny. Hello? Did anyone follow me home from the desert? Oh, sound like I heard a yeah, heavy yeah. Were you at the water park? Were you somewhere else where I stopped at? One of the gas stations where I stopped at? Is that where you saw me? Were you from the Calico Ghost Town? Did you see me there? just gonna do the spirit box for a short bit here. If anyone came from the desert, can you tell me your name? Okay, thanks, Carla. Okay, I thought I just heard my name. I'm not sure if anybody else caught that. Hey, Country Girl Paranormal, welcome. Was there more than one that came home? Was there more than one that followed me home? That doesn't have to be from the water park. Because we stopped at the Calico Gas Town, or Calico Ghost Town. I stopped at several gas stations out there. Both on the way there and on the way back. Could have been something on the way in between. Just happened to notice and decide to hitchhike. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Chris, can you tell me your name? There's a question for my regular spirits. Did you notice anyone show up after I got home last night? Any new spirits come in? Hey, Francis. I'm just going to turn this off for just a second. Okay, spirits, hold on. Okay. Yeah. So, because I know there's a lot of new people coming in. Basically, a few odd things happened yesterday that I didn't notice until today. Is missing footage from my camera. It's like it starts recording like a third of the way in. So the first 5 or 6 minutes of one video I did was gone. It wasn't even there, and then the very end was missing. I'll look this background so you can actually see me as I talk. Yeah, so I got missing footage, and then today, and when I was going over some of it, it was like I started getting like a heavy feeling like from that room again. So I was just wondering if my camera actually picked up more than just images and sound, if it actually picked up some energy in the video. It might not be the entity itself that was there, but as soon as we started talking in that one room, And we assured the spirits that we're not there to vandalize anything. We're not going to tear anything up. We're not going to paint. We're not going to disrespect or anything. It's like the room got lighter, a lot lighter, and like it was easier for me to breathe. There was a pressure. I could feel like a pressure on my chest. Of that lifted. That was gone. And that's the room that is basically missing. But when we went back a second time and we walked back through there, that was still in the video. It was just that very first part. And we got some good EVPs, and it was like, oh man, really good EVPs. So when I do put that video out, you'll have to go back and listen to the EVPs, because they're not a whole bunch of them, but there's some good ones in there. But that's what I come out here for tonight, and I'm going to turn the spirit box back on in a minute. I just wanted to kind of give everybody a heads up that came in after the beginning of this one, so they know what's going on. It was interesting. I mean, you'll see we found blow-up mattresses and sleeping bags and stuff out there. Oh, you know, it's 1900. I'm not sure what I got now. I think it's around 950, something like that. I went up a cup, almost 20 yesterday doing that. When I was out there, when I left, because I had spent the last week, I would get up. YouTube was holding me in the 930 range. I'd get up to 939 and then drop back down to like 931 or 932. Go back up, drop. And then yesterday, it's like, between yesterday and today, I went up about 20. So, I'm happy with that. But I would like to get out and do more exploring. And I'm going to go out and see Benny again. We're going to do it hopefully before it gets too hot. I mean, because out there, 120 degrees, especially when my truck, the AC doesn't work. That sucks. So that's not going to be fun. I'm going to turn the speaker back on, Benny, so if you want to turn your volume down, that's okay. I'm just going to give you a warning here. Earlier I did ask if something came home with me, and it was like, it got really deep. In this stream right here, you can hear it. It was like a really deep, like, yeah. So, I could have got it from the water park, from the ghost town, from the service station and Benny knows we got separated, and I didn't make a left turn, and I was like driving out in the middle of the frickin' desert. And I probably got a mile out, and I'm like, talking to her on the phone, like, no, Benny, I don't see any of those landmarks you're describing. All I can see is sky, dirt, and tumbleweeds. Okay, spirits, can you tell me, are there any new spirits here that came in with me last night or this morning? Did you see anybody new? My normal spirits here, can you tell me the names of any new spirits that came in? No? Sound like no. How many new spirits are here? Can you tell me that? That no might not even be meant for me. I get a lot of chatter where they chat in between, themselves. Okay, spirits, if there are any new, I expect you to protect Lily. Although I don't feel any negative energy here. Strong energy, but no negative. After I come out, I'm going to give you a chance to speak. Murdered? There's somebody here that was murdered? Is that Molly? I know Molly was murdered. Molly, are you here? Okay, Bridget, thanks for coming in. Make sure she's all right. That's fine. The spirit that said they were murdered, were you buried out in the desert? Hey, Terry, now. Welcome. The spirit that just said murdered, were you murdered out in the desert? Or were you buried in the desert? We have. Hide? You shouldn't have to hide here. Okay, spirits. If you came from the desert, here's your chance to speak. I'm gonna turn the box off in a few minutes, so you have to speak. You can tell me what happened to you. If you're a good spirit and you followed me here, you have to stay outside. You can't come in. You have to stay outside. The inside that's my domain. That's my safe haven. So I'm going to ask one last time. If you were out in the desert, can you say your name? Okay, thank you for speaking with me, spirits. Can you say bye? Say bye-bye for tonight. Truck, yeah. Follow the truck. Okay, it sounded like, I don't know if I heard it right, but it sounded like it said Benny Loco. Hey, B&O Outdoors, welcome. Now, guys, thanks, Carla. Yeah, you if you're able to, it's appreciated. It's not required. If you can, put a little bit, spare into the PayPal. It helps finance the trips that, like I did yesterday when I went out to the desert. And believe me, it does make a difference. I can get out. I can do more different locations. So I want to go back out to the desert again. Probably a couple times before, in the spring and the summer. Make at least 2 trips out there. Do some random buildings. Hit some other locations. Okay, spirits. Thank you for speaking with me. I'll be out here again real soon. At least maybe next Tuesday or Wednesday, if not sooner. Might sneak one in between. Okay, good night, spirits. You say good night? Bye-bye. Adios. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to go too long. Okay, Benny. It's safe. Box is off. Yeah, it was pretty draining out there. I had to, and silly me, I didn't eat a whole lot. I just had 3 little cheeseburgers on the way out there, and of course I had those twists and shouts. Left some for the spirits out there at the. I'll flip this around. Come on. There we go. Left some out at the water park for the spirits. There was actually another. When we first got there was a white truck down there. But by the time we went from that top building where the big water tank is, and we went down, there was a white truck there. But by the time we got down there, it was already gone. But we did run into a guy and a girl walking around there. And I think Benny scared them. We didn't see him until she was up there. She was up on top of the hill, yelling. She didn't get all the way up on the tower, but she was up there and she was yelling. And I think they got scared. Because it's like whenever we started to walk around, they kind of went into another area. They didn't walk through the center where we were at. They were like walking around the outside. Okay, bye, Bridget. Thanks for coming in. Make sure she gets well. showing 11. It says 11 here, but yet if you look at the top right, it says 0. Right? There, it says, on mine it says 0. It looks like it says 0 here. So I don't know what's wrong with that. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now it's opposite, because I'm pointing where it is on mine, but yet it's supposed to look like it's right here. So maybe my finger's under it now. It says 0. It's backwards. There we go. I have to watch my own stream just to get left and right. Everything is backwards on here. This is my right hand. This is my left hand. There's the window. Of course, I don't know, but I think Bridget probably, she drives on the wrong side of the car and on the wrong side of the road. I'm not sure how they do there. But I know. Wow, Bridget's still here. Awesome. Do you guys drive on the wrong side of the road, Bridget, or do you drive on the correct side like we do? I know there's like a 30-second delay. But I know I gotta get back in there. I gotta start my laundry and all that other good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and wind this one down. If I get anything, I'll give you some little teasers on the videos. But just keep an eye out for them. They should be coming out in the next, at least one of them in the next week. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. I appreciate it. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Everyone sleep well, and until next time, you all stay safe.